Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a super simple 30-minute meal that's easy enough to make on a busy weeknight, but also elegant and delicious enough to serve to a crowd. It's my chicken with creamy spinach sauce. Let's start. Let's just start because this is too delicious to just wait for. So what we're going to need, I'm using chicken breasts. So I have 4 chicken breasts, 2 that I've already split in half. I'm going to slice these in half as well. I was thinking of going over the ingredients, but I'm really not going to do this for this recipe because there are just a few steps. We're going to continue slicing these chicken breasts in half. You can surely use chicken thighs if you wanted to. It's just going to take a little bit longer to cook. So you want to wash these and dry them well. And just carefully with a sharp knife, slice right down the center. So you could have some thin chicken cutlets. No need to pound these out or anything like that. Let's get this last one. If your supermarket already serves them, if your supermarket already sells them thin like this, sometimes they're known as thin chicken cutlets, just go ahead and buy those and skip this step. Let me wash my hands. So my pan is heating up because this is going to be very easy. We're just going to season the chicken simply with some salt. And we're going to do this on both sides. Salt, black pepper, a little bit of cumin, dried ground cumin that is, for that nice earthy flavor. Cumin and chicken go really nice together. Lots and lots of oregano. You can use dried thyme if you wanted to. And then a little bit of dried paprika. This is not smoked paprika. This is just plain paprika, but you can definitely use smoked paprika if you want. It will alter the flavor and give it a very smoky flavor, which I'm not going for in this recipe, but it's totally up to you. I'm just gonna dust a little bit of all-purpose flour on top, and then I'm gonna flip these over and do the same thing on the other side. So I have a large pan over here over medium-high heat, and I put a 1/4 cup of olive oil in there because we're gonna pan fry the chicken about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. And we're going to do this in a few batches, so I don't know how much chicken is going to fit in here, but it's probably going to be about 4 pieces. We have to make sure the pan is really nice and piping hot. And I forgot to put some flour on top of here. Just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a crispy edge. So when you put the chicken in, it should sizzle. And the pan is ready. We're going to cook these about 4 minutes on each side or so. We can squeeze one more in here. Once all of the chicken is cooked, make sure to transfer it onto a baking dish. And then we are just going to grate the garlic, 2 cloves of garlic to add lots of flavor. Now we can take our garlic, add it to the pan. And since it's grated, it's just going to melt into the sauce that we're going to create. So you don't want to cook it too much, otherwise it's going to burn. I'm just going to add a little bit more olive oil. You could add about 2-3 tablespoons of butter if you wanted to for more flavor. Do this over medium heat. Just a few seconds, literally, just until it warms through. Then I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So that way you can thicken our sauce a little bit. And we're just going to cook the garlic with the flour over medium heat just a little bit. Now we're going to raise the temperature and add some chicken stock or chicken broth, whatever you have. We're going to let that thicken a bit, and then we're going to chop up our spinach. So I have about 8 ounces of baby spinach leaves here that I'm just going to roughly chop. So the sauce is going to continue to thicken, but at this point we're going to add the milk in. Now it thickens really quickly. As soon as it starts to almost come to a boil, it's going to thicken. We're going to season with just a little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper, and if you wanted a little bit of kick, go ahead and put in some crushed red pepper flakes, just a pinch. Now we're going to put our spinach in here and cook it just a few minutes until it wilts. So at this point you want to go in and give the sauce a taste to see how it's doing with the salt. It's perfect. The spinach has wilted. I'm gonna put some of the thicker pieces of chicken in here just so that way they can cook through a little bit. If they all fit, I'm gonna go ahead and put them all in here. Let me get all the juices that are in this baking dish as well. I'm just gonna let them sit here and cook through for about 3-4 minutes until everything is nice and thick and incorporated, and I'll show you what it looks like as soon as it's done. And the final step is to add some crumbled feta on top of this. Keep in mind that this sauce will thicken as it sits. So as you can see, this comes together in just 30 minutes. In no time. It feeds a pretty big crowd. You can make a small batch or a big batch depending on who you're feeding and how many people. I'm gonna take a bite of this because it just smells incredible. It's creamy, it's yummy, and again, like I said, it's gonna thicken even more the sauce as it sits. And if you have really thick pieces of chicken, you wanna make sure that they're cooked all the way through. If you didn't have feta, you can also do Parmesan cheese in this. You can do a sprinkling of mozzarella. I mean, make it your own and let me know how you're gonna make it in the comment section below. Let me give this a taste. That flavor combination is just amazing. You guys are not gonna wanna miss out on this one. Your kids are gonna love it. I think everyone will like this one. Creamy, healthy, delicious, ready in 30 minutes. What could be wrong with that? Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Share pictures with me on Facebook and on social media. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Yes,